Hi, this is my first version of my control panel I'm building for my Clinchfield model railroad. Basically, it uses Team Digital hardware. You can look at the previous videos I've made and for more details on it. So just to give an update, because what I'm doing is, you see this board is made, this is in a wooden box, and when I flip it over, you'll see I temporarily took the boards out, but these are all the connections that go to the Team Digital boards. And you see, as you go along there, it becomes more and more wiring, it gets more complicated, and so it becomes a bit of a mess. So one of the things is, as I was doing this, I decided to have some printed circuit boards I designed using Express PCB software. And so I ordered some boards, and it's like basically it cost me like $40 to get 10 boards. So it comes like to like 40. See, there's a few boards here. It comes up to like $4 a board. So that's pretty cheap. I plan on building maybe 2, 3. But what's neat is, if I do some solder, errors and or mess some things up, at least I have some spare boards. So technically, I don't really need 10 boards. Maybe 3 or 4 is enough. But like I said, it comes out to basically $4 a board. And the reason for that is, once you do all the circuit board, the wiring becomes a lot less complicated. So what you can see is, this is one of the boards, and these are my 3 Team Digital boards that I've attached. So you have like little spacers to hold them just over, and then they have some connectors down here that were ribbon connections. So they go from that circuit board to the panels, so it becomes a lot neater. And just to give you an idea, here is another version, the same board again. I'm putting the little push buttons, I've just soldered them. And so you see, flip it over. Solder connections, really nice. And then here will be the jumpers that will go to the red ones are for switches, and the black ones are for the LEDs. So that's how that's coming together. And then I'll just throw in the to put in the resistors for the LEDs, and then the LEDs, and then have the RJ45 connection here, which is for the local net, and power, which will come from the layout. So now this board will just talk to the layout. So at any time, you can unplug, just like this one. You'll see this one is more finished. Yeah. See, this one has it has taller switches. Instead of, you can see here, the switches are taller. As opposed to here, they have the short profile. Because basically, I'm going to end up putting another layer over here that has the track plan, and the only thing, it'll have little holes drilled through, and the only thing will pop out will be the tops of the switches, so you can press them, and then the LEDs will pop up. So that's what that's going to look like. And then the other boards that I had done on the previous video, these boards, this is going to be replacing basically the same as these Team Digital boards for this board, which these come out to be maybe cost me $8 to make. So these will be the input, local net input output boards that will be attached underneath. I just had little standoffs there, and then have run the jumpers to there, and it's a matter of programming, through on the chip which will create turn on which light and so forth. So I made a few of those boards. There's one version there, and as you've seen in the previous video, there's another version there. So I think in this board I only really need 2 boards, because the reality is, on this board I'm triggering switches and then routes. There's no I didn't wire in LEDs for block detectors, whereas this board, which was more complicated, my original one, this actually has because the switches have LEDs in them. So the LEDs on these switches are to show you the route selected, but then the red LEDs will be if it's a block selected. So this actually has a little bit more information. It's just to add the block detection to here. I would have to add more connections for the LEDs, and then more traces. So this is like my first version and stuff. But anyway, that's what I'm gonna have here for this. So that's the progress, where we at. So I'm just gonna end up yeah, I'm not sure exactly what else I have to do over here. Yeah, I gotta put in more LEDs, I have some LEDs in order. I have to finish up that. and then see if everything is, you know, responding properly. The switches, you know, controlling the proper lights, and sending the information back to the L to flip those turnouts. So that's where I'm at now. Thanks for listening. Bye.